There are many ways to leave your footprints on the sands of time. Sometimes it's not the mind-blowing invention that makes people remember you long after you're gone, but that extra thing you did no one dared to try. Most straws stuffed in the mouth. You've used straws countless times and have never thought of how you could be a global sensation by using them. Manoj Kumar, an Indian man, broke the Guinness World Records title for the most straws stuffed in the mouth. The young man packed a staggering 459 straws in his mouth at once. Simon set an earlier record who had 400. For the record to be valid, the participant must ensure that the straws remain in his mouth for at least 10 seconds. He also may not hold the straw with his hands, but could use the rubber bands to hold them in place. Each straw must measure at least 64 centimeters. What do you think about this record? Is it worth it? Furthest eyeball popper. There's one woman you wish you would never to encounter at night, because you're in for a terrible dream when you do. Why is that so? Kim Goodman, an American woman, can pop her eyeballs to a disgusting 0.47 inches out of her eye socket. Looking at the images, you'd think someone's playing a trick on you, but it's real. She took over for Mr. Martinez of Derya after her feet was measured in Turkey in 2007. Talk about creepy records, and Kim can totally relate. Longest ear hair. I wouldn't know why anyone would want to boast about having long hairs in their ear, but humans can do anything to be recognized. This entry is for an Indian man doing his country proud with the most bizarre records ever. Anthony Victor holds the record for the longest ear hair. Though it's unclear if he was proud of having the hair before realizing that he could be famous for it, we know that he's excited about his latest status. Victor's hair measures up to 7.1 inches and sprouts from the center of his outer ears. Longest fingernails. Think of the last time you've had to trim your fingernails and how long it was. While you may be concerned with getting your nails trimmed occasionally, one lady's kept hers for years. Chris, also called Duchess Walton, has claws that she's kept for many years. As of 2011, the nails measured 10 feet and 2 inches on the left hand and 9 feet 7 inches on the right. One wonders how she's able to do her daily chores with those scary claws. There's also another woman called Redmond who started growing her nails in 1979 and grew them out to a whopping 28 feet. The heaviest plane pulled by people in wheelchairs. We've seen footage of strong men pulling airplanes and other heavy vehicles. However, it's rare to find people in wheelchairs pulling a cargo plane. The C-130 cargo aircraft weighs about 67 tons. The record-breaking ceremony occurred at the Melsbrook Military Airport near Brussels. 84 people in wheelchairs were connected and tied to the plane. Together, they pulled over the heavy plane without ever leaving their chairs. They therefore set the record for the heaviest plane pulled over 100 meters by a swarm of people in wheelchairs. The largest gathering of people dressed as Mahatma Gandhi. What better way to preach peace than dressed like a peace icon? This record is one of many Indian records that have been set. 485 children took part in the Peace March that required them to dress like Mahatma Gandhi. Aside from passing the right message, the organizers also hope to create a record for the largest gathering of people dressed like the Indian and world icon. The children were from the Training Resource and Care for Kids, a charity for children living without support and single mothers. Although the activity was weird, it achieved its aim. Longest underwater kiss. Who wouldn't want to be kissed passionately after a long day? It appears you can make a name from a task as simple as kissing. Italian freedivers called Mike Merrick and Alara Bonin kissed underwater for 3 minutes and 8 seconds. This strange but unique action earned them the position of the longest underwater kiss. greatest height from which a basketball is shot. You've probably heard that being tall is an advantage for every aspiring basketballer. In 2018, Australian YouTubers headed out to the Muletsanyane Falls in Lesotho to make a shot from the top of the falls into a hoop 200 meters below. Initially, it seemed like the breathtaking view distracted them because they spent 5 whole days throwing air balls. On the 4th day, the elements aligned in their favor, and they set the world record for the highest basketball shot made. Record for the most blocks broken with the head. Bosnian teenager Karamomet Spajic proved that there is never an end to absurdity. The teenager holds the Guinness World Record for the most concrete smashed with his head. You would think that the youngster would be satisfied with breaking 1 or 10 at most. He destroyed 111 concrete blocks in only 35 seconds. The most exciting part of the story is that his skull was still intact. Would you experiment with this just to see how far your skull can go? Just asking. Rubik's Cube solved underwater in 1 breath. If you've ever sat to solve a Rubik's puzzle, you'd know that it's not for the faint of heart. While you might struggle with it, one man saw it as a walk in the park. Not only does he bring his A game, but he also does it in the most bizarre way ever. Sakar, an Indian man, gave himself some pressure to see how many of these puzzles he could solve. Rather than do it the normal way, he held his breath and submerged himself in water to shatter the Guinness World Record for most Rubik's Cubes solved underwater without coming up for air. He stayed in the water for 2 minutes and 17 seconds, during which he completed a massive 6 puzzles. World record for freediving underwater for 24 minutes. Freediving looks so peaceful on the outside, especially for spectators. What you may not know is that the sport is incredibly difficult because it puts your body under an enormous amount of pressure as you go deeper. Alexei Molchanev knows about the mental and physical strain involved in the sport, yet he excels at it. The Russian made a record-breaking monofin swim below the ice in a quarry and reached a mind-blowing 590 feet, beating the previous record by 16 feet. He made this achievement look so easy. His wins are dedicated to his mother, who passed in a freediving accident years ago. Fastest brick breaker. Seeing a martial artist break through concrete blocks, you can easily conclude that it was so easy for them. While this could be the case, have you wondered how many blocks can go down within a minute or two? Kevin Taylor doesn't allow us to ask this question, as he holds 2 world records for the fastest brick breaking. His first feat was achieved in 2006. I can't believe that anyone would break 584 bricks in 57.5 seconds. What magic did he use, and how long has he been practicing? You'll get all the details when you enroll in the World Speed Brick Breaking Association. He uses the platform to teach people how to do what he does.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Record for juggling football through the Sahara. It isn't enough to watch people struggle to play football while it's raining or on the beach. You can have a fun time seeing John Farnworth doing what he loved the most. He holds several records involving his skills with football. His latest stunt is taking his ball to the Sahara Desert, one of the harshest places on the planet. He kept the ball under control the whole time, and it was harder than expected, because he had the desert heat and strong winds to contend with while juggling the football. He didn't let that stop him, as he managed to set an unbeatable record covering 2,500 miles. Until another scintillating episode, adios.